What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. So, first Kevin Hart, and now Kyler Murray, the Heisman Trophy winner. Apparently, someone found some tweets that he posted when he was 14 or 15, and they were insensitive to, I guess, the homosexual community. And it's amazing to me how people in our society, whether it be the entertainment industry, the news industry, or just an activist group that decides your success based off of how you grovel and tiptoe around what you say, what you think, and how you say it, and what groups you offend. See, Kevin Hart just learned the hard way. See, I guess he thought he was above being criticized and muscled, strong armed, yeah, just like that, strong armed, and to say, okay, no mas, I tap out, I'm so sorry. I think that he thought, you know what? I'm in the crowd, I'm making big money. People love me, they laugh at my jokes. And I did what was necessary, which is attack Donald Trump, call him some names, pretty much throw him under the bus, even though I said I wasn't. And they were unforgiving for that. You can't be in Hollywood and support Trump, or you can't even be indifferent. You have to declare publicly that you hate Donald Trump, or else you'll never work in the city again. So he tapped out. He went that route. But then they went to snooping somehow back in his past and drug up some tweets that he said. And it sounded, when I read them, it sounded like he was joking. But nonetheless, whoever it was put it out there. And now, of course, he had to come and apologize. Started off first saying, no, it ain't going to happen, man. I'm not apologizing. I addressed it. But you know how that works. You can only go so far with playing outside of their rules. See, they're going to determine your level of success. They will make sure that they surround you, harass you, shame you, do whatever they have to do to make sure that you comply. Not only do you need to apologize, but you better be shaking in your boots if you ever get asked another question about maybe a lifestyle or choices of people who you don't agree with or whatever. You probably can't even say I just disagree, because then of course you're homophobic, you're Islamophobic, you're I guess anti-Mexican, you're misogynist, and all of these things that they put on you, and it kills me, because I'm thinking to myself, who gives you the right to control what people say and think? And then walk around like you're the teacher of society and say, you know what you need to do? You need to apologize to all your friends in here, okay? This kid who won the Heisman is a grown man right now. A grown man who his job is to play football, okay? He's not an activist. I don't even know what he said. I didn't read the tweets, but the kid was 14 and 15 when he said it. But somebody went to digging. You know how the press is. You know how all these groups, they want to know whoever's coming into their realm and whoever they're letting become successful, or whoever's career they have control over, whether it skyrockets or it just tumbles. They want to make sure you're coming in with the right mind frame. So they probably went back and see what he said when he was 9, 10, 11, okay, 12, 13, 14. Oh, well, a 14-year-old is saying things about homosexuality that we don't agree with. Now, I haven't heard no gay right activists come out and say, you offended me. I haven't heard the LBGT groups get on TV like, this kid who just won the Heisman said things that hurt our feelings. But yet, for some reason, just because it was released, I guess all of his people was like, dude, we got to get ahead of this. These are insensitive things, even though you were so young, when you said it, that normal people wouldn't even think about this stuff, or think that you would have the cognitive maturity at 14 and 15 to know what is sensitive or not. Do you understand all the names that we called people when we were 14 and 15? All types of stuff. Talked about their mama, their daddy, how fat people were, how skinny people were, how dark, how light, how tall, how short. Everything was free game when you're 14 and 15. In fact, it was almost a given. Just like, you know what, I'm going to just observe things around society that I think might get a laugh or piss somebody off, and you say it and you joke about it, and then you move on, and so on and so forth. So they want to backdate this guy statement and make him feel some remorse from the things that he said when he was 15 and 16. And what bothers me is I think, who are you? Who are you? What power are we giving to the media, to whatever interest group or whomever, to say, even though you're an adult, free to think and say what you want, but what we're going to do is demand for you to apologize for things you said years ago, or the way you see things or approach things, whatever don't meet our guidelines. We're going to demand that you apologize before we open up our successful gates and let you come on in. Because see, if you don't do this, we'll hold this over you and block your success and your career. We'll always bring that up. I mean, if you do decide to go to the NFL, we'll probably be talking about, yes, the running back, the quarterback that plays for whomever, the one that just offended the whole gay community. That one right there. They will probably make it their mission to make sure this kid does not succeed based off of a comment that he made when he was 15 or 16. Don't they have anything else to do? Who dug that up? Who's going through this man's tweets like, you know what, let's go back and see if we can find some controversy. A normal adult might read that, even if I was covering something, and say, yeah, this kid was silly when he was 15. Haven't heard none since. It ain't like this dude's on a rampage as a grown man running around talking about gay people or whatever. So you want to go and be petty, whoever found it and brought it out, and then try to demand that this man apologize. And it's so sad, man. You know what? If my success relied on some elite organization, industry, or whatever, saying, as long as you think what we think, say what we say, believe what we believe, we will bless you, okay? Other than that, we're going to stomp on you. And, none of them are God. None of them have the right to tell you what you could think, feel, say. None of them can muscle you and shame you into saying, I'm sorry. Confess to God. You don't have to confess to NBC, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, whatever community, nobody. And so it bothers me as I'm seeing this. But you know what? People have given that power to them. It's that simple. People have been doing this for a couple years and it slipped up on us. And now it's so widespread that it's just a norm now. Oh, crap. You got to watch what you say. If we'd have shut it down early, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to? I'm a grown man. I can say what I want to say. Get the camera out of my face. If we would have bucked this whole PC culture when it first started, we'd have been good. But they slipped it in smoothly. Worked its way through the society and the system with the backing of the media, with the backing of politicians, with the backing of whoever who says, if you don't think what we think, say what we say, we're going to surround you with controversy, attack you to the point where you just say, okay, man, look, it ain't even worth it. What do you want me to say? It sucks. So another man down, another person said, okay, whatever I have to do to appease you guys and look good in your eyes, I'm willing to do it, say it, or whatever, okay? You won. And that's bad. And where are we heading if this is the norm? Because I guarantee you, there's not one person in America, including all the people who feel like they might have a problem with all of this stuff, that if you go back to their childhood, high school years, you can't find anything that's not offensive to somebody. So I'm going to go back. You were 14 and you were talking about people with big feet. And I happen to have big feet. So I'm offended. I'm a part of the freedom of big feet activists. And so, I think you need to apologize, okay? Because see, it's not improper to have big feet. And I want to walk around feeling good because see, by you picking on my big feet, I feel like hurting myself sometimes. I look down at my feet and I say, maybe I should just chop them off. I'm insecure about my feet. And if I do that, it's your fault. It's your fault that I'm insecure about my big feet because when you were 14, you say, hey, Bigfoot, come on over here. Put this fire out with your big feet. Yeah, and I was hurt. I couldn't get over it, even though I'm 45 years old, but no, I'm hurt. So could you apologize for us? No, I'm not apologizing for my joke about big feet, man. And it's just, where does it stop? You give them an inch and it's over. So my blessings going to have to come from God because if I'm relying on them, please, I'd be like, nope, I ain't saying, I don't care. Call me whatever. I ain't saying it. You ain't going to make me tap out and apologize. It's ridiculous. You've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter. Check me out Wednesday nights, 7:30. Also, I go live not only on YouTube, but I go live on my live radio blog talk show. So check it out. Also, check out Extreme Tees. I love Extreme Tees. That's my sponsor. And there's a link in the bottom. Check out their promotions, okay? I think the promo code is my name, Kevin. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that as well. Now, hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Because, see, sometime I'll be hearing that, man, I ain't even get the notification for like 2 days. Stuff like that, Probably somebody up there in that big tower watching stuff like, you know what? I don't like what he said. Either he gonna apologize or I'm gonna demonetize him, or I ain't gonna let the people know he just dropped a new video out. You know how it is. Anyway, God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.